everybody, Dr. Diane here, your Lyme and mold expert, talking today about what happens if you breathe in mold spores. So there's a lot to understand about mold, and some of it is going to be related to our genetics. Mold will release toxins that can be problematic to the human body. So breathing in the mold toxins from our environment, or breathing in the mold spores, where the spores live inside of us and then create their own toxic soup, can be problematic. Now, one of the things to understand is that in breathing in these toxic mold spores, if you are genetically susceptible, some people are more genetically susceptible to certain molds bothering them versus other molds. So to the extent that the spores will impact you will largely depend upon your genes. Now, that being said, when mold spores are breathed in, they can colonize throughout your body, in particular your sinus cavities and your lungs, but in other areas around your body as well. When these spores colonize in your body, one of the things that can happen is they can actually form these hard calcifications where they not only can live, the spores can live behind, but they can trap other infections, and other infections can live behind them as well. So what I've seen clinically is that mold and mold spores can be related to symptoms such as fibromyalgia, headaches, chronic fatigue syndrome, brain fog, and more. And in addition to this, we definitely want to consider that with any of this, of course, there's many different things that can cause those types of symptoms. And that being said, we do see in research that the toxins from mold are neurotoxic, at least for many molds. Remember, not all molds are the same. So if a mold secretes a certain toxin that's a neurotoxin, that means it's toxic to your nerve cells, you can see widespread damage from this, including cognitive decline, brain fog, loss of memory, and more. So in the end, whether or not you are impacted by mold is going to depend person to person. We see that some people can live in moldy places and can be totally fine, and other people can live in moldy places and be very sick, even if they're living in the same house. And that's due to genetics mostly. So in order to determine if mold is actually causing you problems, it's really important to get tested and to work with somebody that understands how to work in these sorts of conditions. You can always learn more about working with me and my practice in the show notes below. Please do subscribe if this has been helpful and share it with your friends and family. I'm Dr. Diane. I'll see you next time.